Hello, and welcome back to Start Smart with Heart. This podcast is about asset literacy, leadership, and building systems that support long-term stability for individuals, families, and communities. In our last episode, we talked about moving from knowledge to action and how small decisions shape long-term outcomes. Today, we're focusing on something that often gets overlooked: consistency, because long-term stability is not built on perfect decisions. It's built on consistent ones.
Many people delay taking action because they feel like they need to get everything right first. They want the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect understanding. But in reality, perfection is not what creates progress. Waiting for perfect conditions often leads to inaction, and inaction can be more costly than imperfect action. This shows up in many areas. People delay starting a business because they feel unprepared. They delay learning systems because they feel overwhelmed. They delay making financial decisions because they fear mistakes. But progress doesn't require perfection, it requires movement. Consistency builds stability. Consistency is what turns small actions into meaningful outcomes. It's not about making one perfect decision. It's about making thoughtful decisions repeatedly over time. Consistency looks like reviewing information before making decisions, keeping track of important documents, continuing to learn and ask questions, making adjustments when needed. These actions may seem simple, but over time they create structure, and structure creates stability. This is true in personal finances, business operations, and community development. Consistency allows people to build momentum, and momentum creates confidence. So, learning through the process, what's that look like? Consistency also allows space for learning. No one starts with complete knowledge. Understanding develops over time through experience. When people take action consistently, they begin to recognize patterns, understand systems more clearly, identify better opportunities, and avoid repeating mistakes. This process is valuable because it builds not just knowledge but judgment. And strong judgment is essential for long-term decision making. You need to be staying grounded over time, and consistency also requires patience. In a world that often focuses on quick results, it can be easy to feel like progress should happen immediately, but real stability takes time. Assets take time to build, systems take time to develop, understanding takes time to deepen. Consistency means continuing forward even when progress feels slow. It means staying grounded in the process and trusting that small, steady actions lead to meaningful results over time. Now, before we close, I want to share a short piece of wisdom with you. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. This verse reminds us that diligent, steady, consistent effort is what leads to meaningful outcomes, not perfection, not speed, but consistent effort over time. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Start Smart with Heart. If this episode encouraged you to think about the value of consistency, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit from this message. And next time we'll talk about how to recognize and avoid common financial mistakes before they happen. Until then, start smart and lead with heart.